A cool car is racing down a mountain road at high speed. Behind the wheel is Gru, who soon approaches a large castle where the students of the school for villains gather. Gru has left his criminal activities and become a spy for the Anti-Villain League. Shortly after, 3 minions appear, and Gru orders them to find Maxime Lumal, a wanted villain and his longtime school rival. A few minutes later, they enter a party where Gru wants to talk to Maxime, but their conversation is interrupted by the host, who announces the winner of the Best Graduate Award. Much to Gru's dismay, the winner is Maxime. Maxime boasts that thanks to his experiments, he has become a super strong hybrid of a human and a cockroach. Gru reveals that he is a spy and tries to arrest the villain, but thanks to his new abilities, Maxime repels numerous attacks from Gru and his minions. Fortunately, agents with stun guns arrive just in time to save the day. Maxime is arrested, but he threatens revenge. The next day, Gru returns home with groceries, where his wife Lucy, adopted daughters Margot, Edith, and Agnes, and newborn son Junior, who does not yet understand that Gru is his father, await him. Soon Silas Ramsbottom, director of the Anti-Villain League, appears and informs them that Maxime has managed to escape from prison. Due to the great danger, Gru's family has to move, which greatly upsets Agnes, who has to leave her beloved goat, Lucky, at the Anti-Villain League. Silas takes the family and 3 minions to their new home, while the rest of the minions create chaos on the bus. Soon the family arrives at a small house in the town of Mayflower, where one of the minions immediately gets stuck in a candy vending machine. Silas gives everyone new names and orders them to behave cautiously until Maxime is caught. Meanwhile, a cockroach in a soldier's uniform arrives at a secret base in the sewer, where his boss Maxime and his girlfriend Valentina are waiting for him. Maxime plans to kidnap Gru's newborn son to take revenge on his enemy for all his suffering. Gru's family settles into their new place, and Gru tries to befriend his neighbor Perry, but he shows no interest, nor does his spoiled daughter Poppy. When Gru takes Margot to school, Poppy looks at him very suspiciously. Meanwhile, at the Anti-Villain League base, the minions test a new weapon. Silas announces that he needs volunteers to capture Maxime. Only 5 minions reluctantly agree, after which they are injected with a super elixir. Thanks to the elixir, they become huge mega minions. The first can fly, the second can stretch his body, the third is very strong, the fourth shoots laser beams from his eyes, and the fifth has a powerful stone body. While Silas prepares the minions for the mission, Lucy takes Agnes and Edith to karate school. The sensei is very strict and punishes Agnes for not wanting to say her new name. Then Edith challenges the sensei to a duel and, to the great joy of all the students, almost immediately forces him to surrender. Lucy goes to a beauty salon on her first working day, although she has no experience at all. A demanding client asks her to make a new hairstyle, but inexperienced Lucy accidentally sets the woman's hair on fire, and while trying to extinguish it, she causes a fire inside. Everyone runs outside, and Lucy loses her job on her first day. Meanwhile, Maxime creates a powerful weapon to turn people into cockroach hybrids and a large cockroach-shaped spaceship. Then he and Valentina fly out of the sewer in search of Gru. Gru unsuccessfully tries to teach Junior to say the word "Dad" in the car, but the boy unexpectedly pops a balloon, causing Gru to flinch and fall face first into a banana. In the evening, when Gru takes out the trash, Poppy, who has discovered the true identity of the new neighbor, is waiting for him. She forces the man to help her become a supervillain, threatening to reveal him and his family if he refuses. In the morning, Gru meets neighbor Patsy, who is much friendlier than her husband, and invites Gru and his family to play tennis. Soon, Poppy calls Gru to talk in her treehouse. Maxime reveals to Valentina that he hates Gru because he stole his musical number at the talent show, and since then, he has been his archenemy. Maxime stops at a gas station, where he is displeased with the service and, in anger, uses his weapon to turn the owner into a human cockroach hybrid. Lucy, along with Edith and Agnes, goes to the supermarket for shopping, where she is recognized by the woman whose hair she burned in the beauty salon. The woman wants to take revenge on Lucy and chases her, so Lucy and her adopted daughters have to try hard to escape from the pursuer, creating real chaos in the store. In the treehouse, Poppy reveals that she wants to capture Lenny, the mascot of the school for villains. To protect his family, Gru has to obey, and go there with the minions in a hot air balloon. At this time, the Mega Minions go on their first mission as superheroes to help the townspeople and train their abilities. The strong minion throws a rock at a thief who stole a backpack. However, the rock unexpectedly returns like a boomerang and hits the robbery victim in the head. The flying minion notices a window cleaner who almost fell to the ground. The minion finishes washing the window for him and flies away, leaving the poor guy hanging at a great height. The laser minion saves a kitten from a tree and receives a kiss of gratitude from the pet's owner. The minion is very happy about this and accidentally destroys everything around with his laser. The elastic minion notices a train that is about to derail. The minion stops the train, but due to his abilities, the train bounces back and crashes into a building. The stone minion helps a SWAT team defuse a bomb by swallowing it and exploding it inside himself. The police are happy, but the minion has a powerful belch from the explosion inside, which destroys everything around. The townspeople are very angry at the clumsy minions, so Silas takes them back and says they failed the test. A few minutes later, Gru and Poppy reach the school for villains, but the minions accidentally take a child's bag instead of Gru's bag. Gru manages to cut a window with a pin and pull out the glass with a pacifier. The whole group sneaks inside, where they are almost noticed by a janitor, but Gru saves the day again. In the hallway, the minions cover the security cameras with baby diapers. Using baby powder, Gru detects the security system's lasers. Junior deftly sneaks inside and accidentally presses a secret button that disables the lasers. Gru quickly figures out how to get the hidden cage with the sleeping Lenny and is about to tranquilize him just in case. But due to Junior's actions, the pet wakes up and the syringe hits Gru, causing his leg to go numb. The whole group tries to catch the frantically running Lenny around the room, but Poppy accidentally presses another button that activates the alarm. The door immediately closes, and the director wakes up. In her modernized wheelchair, the woman sets off in pursuit of the intruders. Junior manages to calm Lenny down by feeding him a bag of fruit juice. The group escapes from the office, where the school director almost catches them by making her chair even more powerful and formidable. Poppy almost falls into a hole in the floor, but Gru manages to grab her hand at the last moment. Gru also manages to neutralize the director by shooting baby formula into her eyes. The group notices an unusual modernized carriage, and Gru manages to start its engine and lift it into the air. When the group returns home, Poppy thanks the neighbor for a great evening and promises to keep their secret. Moreover, this incredible adventure brought Junior closer to his father. However, the school director is not about to give up. She contacts her favorite student Maxime and shows him Gru's location using a tracker on Lenny's body. The next morning, Gru prepares for a tennis match with his neighbor. He and Lucy go to the tennis club, and Poppy goes to their house, where she meets Margot, Edith, and Agnes. On the tennis court, Harry plans to easily beat Gru, not realizing that the referee is one of his neighbor's minions. As soon as the game begins, the minion starts cheating. He raises the net so the ball does not fly over to Gru's side, and then shows Perry several red cards in a row. Meanwhile, the girls have a great time at home with Lenny until the school director knocks on the door. Poppy immediately hides Lenny, and Margot sends a message to her father asking him to return home immediately. Lucy realizes that their identities have been revealed and informs Silas. The Mega Minions rush to help Gru. When Gru and Lucy return home, the school director sternly demands the return of the mascot and attacks the thieves. The minions help their master in a tense battle. Chaos ensues inside, and unnoticed by anyone, Junior walks out the door. At this very moment, Maxime flies up to his enemy's house. Lucy manages to temporarily deactivate the school director's chair by throwing a lamp at it. Seeing that Maxime has grabbed Junior, Gru rushes in pursuit, while Lucy continues the fight with the school director. Together with Poppy, Gru reaches Maxime's spaceship and jumps right onto the windshield. Maxime loses control, causing the spaceship to crash into a building. However, Maxime has already managed to turn Junior into a human cockroach hybrid, who now fully obeys his commands. In the ensuing battle, Maxime's ship malfunctions, and Gru attacks the villain with a metal pipe, but Maxime easily blocks all the blows and flies away with the child. Gru doesn't give up and hangs onto a crane, with Maxime preparing to drop him to the ground. Gru says goodbye to his son and tells him how much he loves him. After these words, the child finally comes to his senses and attacks Maxime. The villain tries to swat the boy away, but Gru, who has arrived in time, throws Maxime to the ground. The arriving Mega Minions knock Maxime down, along with a herd of bulls. Then pigeons soil him, bees sting him, and finally, the stone minion falls on him. After defeating the villain, Gru reunites with his family, and Junior finally says the word Dad, which makes Gru very happy. A few days later, the whole family finally returns home, and Gru brings Agnes a little goat, which she missed very much. Gru goes to the anti-villain league base, where he admits to Maxime that he stole his musical number in retaliation for pulling his pants down in the school corridor. The former villains finally reconcile and sing together in prison, where all the villains Gru has ever faced are. Poppy enrolls in the school for villains, and Gru happily lives with his family and minions, though he has forgotten one of them, who is still stuck in the vending machine trying to get out of this trap.